Gentlemen, if you're over 60 and noticing changes down there, maybe things aren't quite as firm, strong, or responsive as they used to be, please don't blame yourself. Don't accept it as just aging. Because the truth is, many of these changes are not only reversible, but they can be corrected naturally, sometimes with something as simple as the food on your plate. That's what we're talking about today, specifically, the vegetables that can actually help restore blood flow, sensitivity, and performance in men over 60. And not just in theory, I've seen it happen with my own eyes, over and over again, in real patients with real challenges. One of those men is Richard. He's 66, retired truck driver, big smile, good sense of humor, and married to the same woman for 38 years. When Richard came into my office, he wasn't joking. He looked me square in the eye and said, "Doc, I love my wife. But I feel like I'm letting her down. I can't keep up anymore." Now, let me be clear. Richard was healthy by most standards. No diabetes, reasonable blood pressure. He even walked a few times a week. But his erections had gone from solid and reliable to inconsistent and disappointing. Sometimes they showed up, sometimes they didn't. And when they did, they didn't last. I asked him what he ate most days. "Whatever's easy," he said. "Sandwiches, burgers, canned stuff, not much green." That, right there, was the missing link. You see, your erections are powered by blood flow, plain and simple. And the strength of that blood flow depends heavily on what you eat, especially your intake of nitrate-rich, antioxidant-packed vegetables that keep your arteries flexible, your vessels open, and your hormones in balance. I told Richard, "You don't need pills. You need plants, the right ones." And that's what I want to share with you today. But before we dive deeper, if you find this topic important, and I think you will, please take a moment to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and tap the little bell icon. I promise, we keep things real, respectful, and useful around here. And if anything I've said already is resonating with you, just type "yes" in the comments. If you're not sure yet, type "no." Either way, I read every single one, and it helps me bring you more of the content you actually need. So back to Richard. I gave him a plan that started with 3 key vegetables. He agreed to give it a shot. "Doc," he said, "if broccoli's gonna help me get it up, I'll eat the whole farm." We didn't need the whole farm. Just a few servings a day. Within 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, Richard told me he started waking up with what he hadn't seen in a long time, morning wood. And it didn't stop there. His confidence started coming back. He started flirting with his wife again. His energy improved, and so did his sleep. All because he gave his body the circulation support it had been missing. You see, when you're young, your body produces plenty of nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for relaxing and widening your blood vessels so blood can flow easily into your penis. But after 60, that production drops, sometimes by half. And that's where food can be your secret weapon, or your silent enemy. Most men over 60 are eating foods that work against blood flow. Processed meats, fried snacks, white bread, sugar-loaded sauces. These clog your arteries, stiffen your vessels, and make it nearly impossible for your body to deliver blood where it needs to go for a firm, lasting erection. But the right vegetables? They reverse that damage. They fight inflammation. They nourish your endothelium. That's the inner lining of your blood vessels. And they boost nitric oxide naturally, no prescription required. Now don't worry, I'll get into the specific vegetables, how to prepare them, and how often to eat them in the next part. But for now, I want you to understand the big picture. Your penis isn't failing you. Your body isn't broken, it's just undernourished. And when you give it the right kind of fuel, the right vegetables, in the right amounts, you'd be amazed at how quickly things can start working again. Let me give you a second example. Thomas, 71 years old, twice divorced, recently started dating again. Great guy, but deeply insecure about his ability to perform. "Dr. Jansen," he said, "I want to be with her, but I'm scared. What if I can't?" Thomas had tried pills, but the side effects made him dizzy and gave him headaches. He hated how unnatural it felt. I asked him, "Have you ever tried changing what you eat?" He laughed. "I didn't know lettuce had anything to do with erections." Well, it's not lettuce. But within 2 months of changing his diet, loading his plate with specific vegetables that support circulation and hormonal balance, he was not only performing better, but feeling younger and more in control than he had in years. Thomas told me, I thought I needed a miracle pill. Turns out, I just needed to give my body what it had been missing all along. That's the power of real, honest-to-goodness nutrition. Not hype, not shortcuts, just science, served on your dinner plate. Now, if this feels like a lot, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through it gently, step by step. I'll show you which vegetables to focus on, how often to eat them, and how to build simple meals around them without turning your life upside down. And if you're someone who doesn't love vegetables, I've got good news. These aren't bland, boring, rabbit food suggestions. These are satisfying, flavorful ingredients that can easily fit into the meals you already enjoy. But for now, I just want you to sit with this one idea. You are not powerless. You are not too old. And you do not need to accept poor erections as your new normal. You can change this, starting tonight, with what's on your fork. In the next part, we'll dive into the specific vegetables that can restore strong, healthy erections in men over 60, and how you can start using them to see results in as little as 1 week. But until then, if you're feeling hopeful for the first time in a while, just give me a small yes in the comments. That one word lets me know you're ready, and that I'm speaking to men who want real answers. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen, and I'll see you in the next part. Let's keep this journey going. Your best days are still ahead. Let's pick up right where we left off, because now it's time to reveal the exact vegetables that can help bring back firmer, stronger erections for men over 60. And just like I told Richard and Thomas, these aren't just healthy foods. They're natural tools that support better circulation, better hormonal balance, and better function where it counts most. Now, the first vegetable I want to highlight may already be sitting in your fridge: beets. Yes, beets. I know, they're earthy, a little messy, and maybe not your go-to favorite. But here's why you want to reconsider. Beets are packed with dietary nitrates. These nitrates are converted in your body to nitric oxide, the very same compound that medications like Viagra try to mimic. The more nitric oxide your body can produce naturally, the better your arteries and capillaries relax, expand, and deliver blood. And when you're talking about erections, blood delivery is the name of the game. One of my patients, Gary, 64, had never eaten a beet in his life. I thought those were just for old-school salads, he joked. But after just 2 weeks of including beet juice in the morning and roasted beets with dinner twice a week, he came back to me and said, "Doc, I'm waking up like I'm 30 again." He wasn't exaggerating. Beets work, and they work fast. If you don't like the taste, you can try blending cooked beets into a smoothie with a banana and some yogurt. Or slice them thin, toss them in olive oil, and roast them until they're crispy like chips. You don't need a mountain of them, just a small serving a few times a week. Next up, spinach. Now I know what you might be thinking. Popeye ate spinach to get strong arms, not strong erections. But let me tell you, spinach is rich in magnesium, folate, and yes, nitrates again. All of these support the function of your blood vessels, improve testosterone metabolism, and help your arteries stay open and flexible. The other benefit? Spinach is incredibly easy to add to meals. Toss a handful into your scrambled eggs. Blend it into a smoothie. Add it to soups, stir-fry, or even sandwiches. One of my longtime patients, Ernest, 78 years old and still full of life, told me his wife started cooking spinach with garlic and olive oil as a side dish every other night. He said, "It's the simplest thing, but I feel more responsive. Like my engine doesn't take forever to warm up anymore." That's circulation in action, gentlemen. Now, the third vegetable I highly recommend is arugula. This one's a bit of a hidden gem. It's not as well known, but it's one of the most nitrate-dense greens you can eat. It has a peppery taste, almost like mustard greens, and it works wonders for blood flow. A simple arugula salad with olive oil and lemon juice not only boosts nitric oxide but also gives you a dose of antioxidants that fight inflammation. The same inflammation that can quietly damage blood vessels and interfere with erections. One of my younger patients who was 62 told me he started eating arugula 3 times a week and said, "Doc, this stuff's like rocket fuel." And I agreed, it kind of is. And here's something many men don't realize. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts are also key players. They help flush excess estrogen from your body, a hormone that can increase in men as they age, especially if they carry extra weight. When estrogen creeps up and testosterone dips, you get the dreaded combo: lower libido, softer erections, and less motivation. But when you help your body eliminate that excess estrogen naturally, by eating more of these sulfur-rich veggies, you free up more usable testosterone and support a more balanced hormonal profile. Add broccoli to your lunch. Roast cauliflower with turmeric and olive oil for dinner. Steam some Brussels sprouts and top them with balsamic glaze. These aren't just vegetables, they're part of your performance toolkit. Let me pause here and remind you, if this message is hitting home, if something I've said is helping you understand your body a little better, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon. These small actions help me help more men just like you. And if you've ever thought, maybe food could actually help me, then type yes in the comments. Or no, if you're still unsure. I welcome honesty and curiosity here. Now, I know it might feel overwhelming to suddenly change your diet. You might be thinking, Doc, I'm not a salad guy, or I can't just give up my usual meals. But here's the thing. I'm not asking you to become a vegetarian. I'm not asking you to stop enjoying food. What I am saying is, add these veggies in. Keep your favorite meals, just build around them. A steak dinner? Great. Serve it with a side of roasted beets and steamed spinach. Pasta night? Toss in some arugula or broccoli and go lighter on the sauce. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Because when you start supporting your body with foods that actually heal and restore, you're doing more than just helping your erections. You're helping your heart, your brain, your joints, even your mood. And yes, it works. I've seen it work in hundreds of men who were ready to give up. Some hadn't had a full erection in years. Others had lost confidence, withdrawn from their partners, or thought their sex life was simply over. But one by one, with patience and small changes, they came back. Stronger, more hopeful, and more connected to the people they love. Food is medicine, especially for men over 60. And the vegetables I just shared, beets, spinach, arugula, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, are some of the most potent, affordable, and effective tools you have. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to build a simple daily routine that includes these vegetables, plus some powerful food pairings that enhance their effects, and keep your bedroom performance strong. But until then, I want you to remember this: your body still works. It just needs better instructions. And sometimes, those instructions come not from a pill bottle, but from your plate. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen. Thank you for trusting me to guide you, and I'll see you in part 3. We're just getting warmed up. So far, we've talked about why blood flow is the foundation of strong, healthy erections. And how certain vegetables like beets, spinach, arugula, and cruciferous greens can help restore that function naturally. Now, let's talk about what to do with this information. Because knowing what to eat is one thing, but making it a regular, effortless part of your day, that's where the real magic happens. Let me show you how I help my patients build a simple, daily eating routine that makes these vegetables, and the benefits they bring, an easy part of life. No drastic diet overhauls, no complicated recipes, no need to feel like you're giving up the foods you love. Just a few smart shifts that make all the difference in how you feel and how you perform. Let's start with breakfast. Now, most men over 60 I meet are eating something quick in the morning: toast, cereal, maybe coffee, and nothing else. That's a missed opportunity, because even your first meal can support better blood flow and hormone balance. So here's a quick fix. Make a spinach and mushroom omelet. Add some chopped arugula if you're feeling fancy. You'll get the magnesium and nitrates your body craves, plus protein to support testosterone levels. Or if you're a smoothie guy, toss a small handful of raw spinach, a few cooked beets, half a banana, and some Greek yogurt into a blender. You just created a circulation-boosting breakfast in under 5 minutes. For lunch, think about building your plate around a serving of lean protein and 2 vegetables. Let's say you're having grilled chicken. Great. Pair it with steamed broccoli and roasted beets. Or throw together a salad with arugula, walnuts, and sliced cucumber, drizzled with olive oil and lemon. If you're on the go, even a can of tuna over greens works wonders. The goal is not to eat less. It's to eat smarter. By the time dinner rolls around, your body's primed. This is a great time to include some Brussels sprouts or cauliflower, either roasted or lightly sautéed. These cruciferous vegetables help detox excess estrogen, which, remember, can throw off your testosterone balance and your ability to get hard when you need to. If you enjoy pasta, try tossing it with olive oil, garlic, and some sautéed spinach or arugula. You'll still get the comfort you love, but with ingredients that support, rather than sabotage, your performance. And one more powerful addition: garlic. Garlic helps increase blood flow and has been shown to improve artery health. Just a clove or two in your dinner dish is enough to make a difference. Now, I know some of you are thinking, "Doc, this all sounds good, but I'm not much of a cook." That's okay. This isn't about becoming a gourmet chef. It's about making better choices. At the grocery store, skip the microwave meals and head to the produce section. Pick up a bag of spinach, a bunch of beets, maybe some frozen broccoli. Keep it simple. Throw them into a pan with olive oil. Roast them in the oven. Steam them and drizzle with lemon. You don't need fancy, you need consistent. And consistency is key. Your body responds to patterns, not one-time changes. Eating spinach one day and going back to sausage and biscuits the next won't do much. But when you eat nitrate-rich, anti-inflammatory vegetables 3, 4, 5 times a week, that's when your body begins to transform. Just ask Malcolm, 69, a retired firefighter. He came to me a year ago, frustrated that his sex drive was gone. He had tried everything: supplements, pills, even acupuncture. Nothing worked. I asked about his diet. Lots of red meat, almost no vegetables, coffee all day, barely any water. I gave him the same guidance I'm giving you now. He grumbled, called me a rabbit doctor, but promised to try it for 30 days. 1 month later, he came in smiling. "I didn't think this would work," he said, "but I've had three great nights with my wife this month." We're both shocked. That's what happens when your circulation is finally getting the support it needs. When your hormones are in balance. When inflammation starts to drop, and your cells start functioning like they did 20 years ago. And remember, this is your journey. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. And if this is starting to make sense, do me a favor. Click that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the bell icon. These little steps help me keep making videos for men like you. And if this message resonates with you, type yes in the comments. If you're still not sure, type no. Your feedback helps me help you better. Now, let's quickly talk about one more thing that most men forget: hydration. Even with the best vegetables in the world, if you're not drinking enough water, your blood gets thicker, circulation slows down, nutrients can't move the way they should. And that means weaker erections, less energy, and more frustration. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. More if you drink coffee, alcohol, or take medications that dehydrate you. Hydrated blood is happy blood. And happy blood flow is the key to a rock-hard erection. And finally, movement. No, you don't need to start sprinting or lifting weights. Just walk. Walk 20 to 30 minutes a day. It gets the blood moving, reduces blood pressure, and primes your body to make better use of those vegetables you're now eating. Remember Thomas from earlier? He added spinach and beets to his diet. But it wasn't until he started walking every evening after dinner that he noticed a major difference. "It's like everything woke up," he said. "Because food is fuel, but movement is how you use it." In the next part, I'll bring it all together with a sample 3-day plan you can start using right away to support strong erections, more energy, and better vitality, even if you've struggled for years. But until then, let me leave you with this: your body is listening. It responds to what you give it, and it wants to support you. You just have to feed it the right signals. And those signals? They start with your fork. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen. I believe in you, and I'll see you in the final part, where we turn all this into a routine you can actually stick with. Here we are, the final part of our journey. And if you've stuck with me this far, it tells me one thing: you care. You care about your health, your vitality, your confidence, and you're willing to do something about it. And that, gentlemen, makes all the difference. Now, let's take everything we've learned, the science, the vegetables, the habits, and turn it into something simple, repeatable, and doable. Because a plan that's hard to follow isn't helpful. But a plan that's easy and natural? That can change your life. I want to share a sample 3-day plan that you can rotate through each week. Nothing fancy. Just meals and routines built to support circulation, balance hormones, and give you the energy and strength you've been missing. Let's start with day 1. Breakfast. Scrambled eggs with spinach and a slice of whole grain toast. Add a side of fruit, like a banana or apple, and drink a glass of water with lemon. Lunch. Grilled chicken breast with roasted beets and a spinach arugula salad, drizzled with olive oil and apple cider vinegar. Dinner. Salmon, or any fatty fish, steamed broccoli, and a side of quinoa. Sprinkle some chopped walnuts on top. Walk. 20 minutes after dinner. Day 2. Breakfast. Smoothie with beets, spinach, frozen berries, banana, and a scoop of protein powder or Greek yogurt. Lunch. Tuna salad over a bed of arugula and mixed greens, with olive oil, lemon, and a sprinkle of sunflower seeds. Dinner. Stir fry with cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, onions, and lean beef or tofu. Served over brown rice or a small portion of noodles. Walk. Late afternoon or early evening. Day 3. Breakfast. Oatmeal with chia seeds and sliced strawberries, with a side of spinach sautéed in olive oil and garlic. Lunch. Turkey wrap with spinach, cucumber, and hummus on whole wheat. Side of beet chips or raw veggies. Dinner. Grilled chicken with roasted cauliflower and arugula salad, with a garlic lemon vinaigrette. Walk. 30 minutes with your partner, or just a quiet stroll on your own. Now of course, you can mix and match. You're not stuck with these meals. The goal is to have a variety of nitrate-rich, antioxidant-loaded vegetables in every day. Combine that with hydration, movement, and good rest, and you've created the ideal environment for your body to restore strong, reliable erections naturally. And here's something I want you to hear loud and clear: it's not just about sex. It's about confidence, connection, peace of mind. When you know your body is working again, when you feel ready, when you look in the mirror and say, "He's back," that changes you. That changes how you show up in your relationships, how you hold yourself, how you feel when you wake up each morning. And listen, if it takes a little arugula and garlic to get there, that's a small price to pay for dignity, joy, and a renewed sense of vitality. I remember Richard, the man I mentioned in the beginning. After 3 months of this routine, he wasn't just performing again. He was glowing. "Doc," he said, "my wife told me I haven't looked at her like that in 15 years. And Thomas, the one who was afraid to start dating again, he called me last month. I've got a companion now," he said. "We're going slow, but I feel like I've got something to offer again. Like I'm alive." That's what this is really about. And the best part? It's all within your control. No side effects, no embarrassing prescriptions, just smart, natural choices that support the man you are, and the man you still want to be. So if this video series has helped you, if you've learned something that's made you think or given you hope, please click that like button right now. Subscribe if you haven't already, and tap the bell icon so you get notified when we release new videos. And this time, I want to ask you a little differently. Have you already started changing your diet based on what you've learned here? Just type "yes" in the comments if you're already making the shift. Or type "starting now" if you're ready to begin today. I read every comment, and every single one helps me shape the next conversation we'll have together. You've got this. You're not alone. And no matter what the world tells you, your health, your vitality, your ability to connect, it's still there. It may have gotten quiet. It may have gotten rusty. But it's not gone. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Open your fridge. Grab a handful of greens. Toss them into a pan. Drizzle a little olive oil. Add garlic. Sit down and enjoy it slowly. And while you eat, remind yourself, you're investing in something bigger than a meal. You're investing in your confidence, your connection, your life. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen. Thank you for trusting me on this journey. I'll be right here, sharing more tools, more science, and more hope for men over 60, because you deserve nothing less. Be well, be bold, and remember, you're not just aging. You're evolving, and your best days? They're still ahead.